Happy Friday, Brian Manning here with the weekly update. Let's get right to it. So, Monday this week, we got the Chicago Labor Market Indicator. So, this looks at employment across the country. It shows that layoffs are increasing. It shows that hiring is slowing. Then we had a handful of articles in the Wall Street Journal this week. It was about companies that are either laying off employees, 30,000, 40,000 out of corporate offices at a time, or other companies that were saying that they just don't feel the need to hire right now because they think that they can do more with what they have and that AI will help them as well. So you look at what's going on in the job market, at least for what I can see and the information that's out there, especially as of Monday this week, and it's just not that strong. Then Tuesday this week starts a two-day Fed meeting. So Wednesday, the conclusion of the Fed meeting, we hear from Jerome Powell, already known that they were going to cut rates 0.25%. So we got that 0.25% rate cut that was anticipated. They also talked about stopping the runoff of their balance sheet, which was good. It wasn't as impactful as we thought it would be as far as the statement is concerned. Right now, what they're doing is called the ending of quantitative tightening. So that's when they stopped the runoff of their balance sheet. But the big thing was after the prescribed speech that was already pre-written, the markets were doing fine there. Then we see this over and over and over. Jerome Powell does press conference, Q&A, goes rogue, and for some reason he just says stuff that just roils the markets every single time. So all investors are looking for December, trying to figure out what's going to happen with the rate cuts at that time. So someone asked him, well, what do you anticipate is going to happen with the rate cut in December? And his exact answer was, it's not a foregone conclusion. Okay, maybe that could have been okay. And then after that, he says, far from it. And those 9 words right there, the markets did not love, and it just ruined everything that had already happened that day with the rate cut. Now, I don't know the answer here, but I honestly think by now Jerome Powell would have figured out a better way to have maybe, I don't know, an attorney-like answer for some questions like this. So maybe the better answer would have been, we are 30 days into a government shutdown. We're not getting data. Typically, we need data such as employment, unemployment, inflation reports, CPI, etc. And without that data, it's hard for us to make a decision on what we're going to do for a rate cut in the month of December. Okay, well, that's factual. That is true. Government shut down. Data is not coming out. They don't know the decision that they can make right now because they're not getting any data to make this decision on. Instead of saying anything like that, a very pleasant attorney-like answer, he just comes out with these 9 words that just crushes the market. So I almost think for the last every rate cut we've had so far in this cycle, after the rate cut, he said something that has caused mortgage rates to rise every single time. So Jerome Powell, thanks again for the gift. Happy Halloween. Not much else to report this week. After that, everything was pretty much quiet. A couple things coming up. Realtors, our last luncheon of the year, and also our last delivery of this content, Winning with Objections, is taking place at the St. Julian next Wednesday. It's almost sold out. We did one luncheon there back in September. It was a sold out group. If you want to come to our last luncheon of the year, we'd love to have you there. And then we got Fall Fiesta coming up just under 2 weeks away, Thursday, November 13th. Super excited. We're raising money for Community Food Share. Our goal is to raise $10,000 for Community Food Share. They're a food-focused nonprofit based in Boulder. They focus on Boulder and Broomfield County. They deliver a tremendous amount of food into our community. There's a lot of people, a lot more than you would even anticipate, that have a food insecurity. So come on out. We have some incredible live music, all you could drink, open bar, all you could eat from McDivitt Tacos. Super excited. Help us raise some money for Community Food Share. We'd love to see you there. Happy Friday. Have a great day.